Hi again, I'm Cutsy and welcome to my channel. If you could please hit that like and subscribe for me, I would greatly appreciate it. So I am back tonight to give everybody an update on the rest of what happened this afternoon in the Michigan versus Linda Stermer trial. Both prosecution and defense, they rested. So they gave their closing arguments after lunch. Both sides, it was just a reiteration of the facts that each side presented. It didn't escape me, though. There was a lot that wasn't allowed in, as usually happens with retrials, with second trials, because, And at the very end, the defense attorney started to tear up as he talked about remembering that this is someone's freedom at stake. And I just thought it was just kind of silly, because here this guy was really just very rude, very arrogant through the whole trial. And I understand he's a defense attorney, that's his job. And I get that that he really doesn't have to do anything. The prosecution has the burden of proof. They are the ones that have to prove that she did it. Defense doesn't have to prove that she didn't. They have the option, they have the ability and the right to do that, but they literally could sit there and do absolutely nothing, but just let the prosecution put out their case and be done. So that was interesting. Made for a long afternoon once again. Closing arguments didn't end until around 5 o'clock, a little bit after, I believe it was, and the judge decided that because when she looked at the jury, she said, you all look exhausted. So she's allowing the jury to come back at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning, where she's going to give them their instructions, and then they will begin to deliberate. So instead of going over the closing arguments and just going over everything that they said, I'm going to go over my own closing arguments from what I saw from the trial. Now, these are the facts and the statements that I remember hearing from Linda, and I took notes on. That Linda and Todd had been fighting the night before. Now, this is her story, basically. That it was so bad that they asked the middle child to go downstairs to sleep that night. The fight was because Todd had found out about a secret P.O. box, a cell phone that was supposed to be deactivated but wasn't, and was being used to call reason number 3, her boyfriend, hook up for 6 months. Now, she didn't say that, but we had his testimony, and it was proven by other people that this is what was happening. That morning they fought again, so as she previously stated, she left to go to the gas station just to get away and get out of it for a few minutes. It was proven that she bought gas, a little under 5 gallons according to the ticket, and some breakfast foods. The clerk saw her pumping gas into the back hatch area of her Blazer, not the gas tank, but the back hatch area. Their gas cans that they had that were shown neatly stacked up just happened to be 5-gallon gas cans in the shed. So she had also said that she had bought the breakfast items and that she had gone home and made eggs, sausage, and coffee. That was what she said. But all of the boys stated, and later on it was stated, that she had given the boys money to go get breakfast at the mall. They took back some Christmas items and they went to the movies. According to Linda, though, in her testimony, previously, she sent the boys off after breakfast. She said the reason that she did this was so that she and Todd could discuss the details of their decided divorce from the things that have come out recently. She described the rest of the afternoon as that she went in her room, she took a nap, woke up, watered the horses, cleaned the bathroom, fed cats that no one else remembered being there, by the way, and then started doing the laundry, throwing in gas-soaked rags into a washer with other laundry. That was her statement to Mr. Willison, the insurance investigator, remember? Or fuel oil that may be in the washer because she had washed some clothes of Todd's in there that had been soaked when he was messing with the furnace. That's what she told Mr. McHugh, the insurance adjuster. She all of a sudden heard Todd yell. She saw smoke and then gave about 4 different versions of how she exited the house. In spite of using one of her 2 phones, she got in her van to go get help. So she drove down around the back of the house, down a very steep hill to get traction in a driveway that no one else had issues in. Now, some of the things that I heard in others' testimony that stuck with me. Trevor, the middle son. It was mentioned in his testimony that the loft balcony was his bedroom and that it looked over the living room, down over where the couch and the chair were. Someone could have poured something over that. That just popped in my mind. Kathy Ilg, one of the people that took one of the horses that was displaced. Linda told her she wanted to go in the house and look for her rings and a cup in the dishwasher. This was the woman that was previously a firefighter and told her not to do it because it was still dangerous in there. It was only a day or so after the fire. Kate Fox, Linda's reported best friend at the time. Linda asked her to help her find her wedding rings and to grab a cup out of the dishwasher that hadn't been run, that had tranquilizer in it. But she decided it had tranquilizer in it, but she decided not to give it to him because he had already taken other meds and she didn't want the police to find it. Kim Thompson said to her husband immediately when they got there, something isn't right. And my questions, how did gas get on the inside of his pants and on his underwear? It was reported that she told her cellmate that she hit him in the head. And they find the frying pan in the utility room. There's no way to prove. No one checked to see if that frying pan matched the wounds, nothing like that. And one of the things that bugs me the most is the fact that she threw herself on him, laying across his chest, and she was face to face with him. This man was burned so badly, his skin was literally sliding off. She herself in previous statements described him as pink melted. First responders had to repeatedly ask her to get off of him so they could help him and had to physically remove her twice. His lips were gone, his eyelids were gone, his ears were gone, his hair was gone. He was having obvious respiratory issues and she was laying across him, wailing. She didn't see him when she drove around the house and ran him over. It's very odd to me. These things are all very odd, and common sense tells me something more happened that day. And, there could be a million possibilities. Maybe this was just a horrible accident. Maybe he was angry that she was cheating on him, and he started the fire, and when she got outside, she realized what he did, and so she ran him over. Maybe he was trying to take them both out. Or maybe she went through with her plan that she reported to Kate months ago, that she'd be better off if he was gone, and some of the ways, one of which running him over with a car or setting him on fire to get rid of him. She would have lost a lot if they had gotten a divorce. And if he's gone, and he's also been taken in the fire, they had the chance to get a lot of money and have a really good life, a family that was always in debt. It's in the jury's hands now, so I'll be tuning in at 9 a.m. tomorrow. So, talk to you later. Cutsy out.